All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Jay Slay Anime. Today we're doing Overlord, my personal favorite. Another Isekai anime, surprise, surprise, but not really surprised, right? I watched this about 5 times, and this is the only anime I've ever rewatched that this many times, to be honest. And let's see. We'll start off with the first episode, like always. How he
Before he starts off, I'm Jay. He's Ray.
Come on, now. We did this if they have they already know. All right, they already know. All right, so all right. I don't know his original name. Right. That's one thing that I don't know, but who cares?
Moment.
No, not his. I'm talking about his original,
his
real name. Yeah, before he the dude that's playing the game.
I don't think they ever gave it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So he starts off as he's in a dying server. All right, a dying server this game. What was it? Yggdrasil? Yeah, Yggdrasil. It's that's like a Norse mythology name of the big tree. And he's with one member. I think that member is just some noob or something. That member, what was his name? I don't know his name. The slime guy. It's not slime guy, but it's the slime guy though, so I'm gonna just call him slime guy. And they were talking yeah, man, it was nice, with this little clan we made, this, that, and the third. Oh yeah, I've been working. He explains how he's been working, and like a slave. It's kind of like me, but in a sense, all right. And then Ainz or Nagama, whatever you want to call him,
No more.
No.
Oh no, Moment. I'm sorry.
Nope, that's his secondary. That's his secondary name. His first name is not Moment. It's something with the M though. I know it is. Yeah, look it up in your notes. Yeah, I'm telling you. I just can't. Magma, something like that. And yeah, he basically was he's giving this telling him oh yeah, I'm finna leave, this, that, and the third. Then he leaves. All right. Now Ainz is sitting there oh man, look at this space me and my team created. And I'm sure they spend hours working on the whole thing, foundation, the people that's in the castle, and oh man, just hours of gameplay. I couldn't imagine it. But it's anime, so now after the slime guy leaves, he's still reminiscing on the past. Walks around the castle. It's not a castle. It's more what is that word I'm looking for? Not a dungeon. What's that thing that mummies live in or not live in?
Tomb.
Yeah, tomb. It's like the Tomb of Nazareth. That's what it's called. And walks around. He gives the I don't even know how to say the maids of Pleiades. I don't know how to say that either. But he gives them a command. Sebas and the maids walk behind him. He goes sits on his throne. He sits on his throne and is wow, man, I can't believe this game is ending. He's all sad because his favorite game is ending. The game he spent hours working on.
His name before he changed it was Momonga.
Momonga, there we go. Yeah. Spent hours of gameplay. And he's just sitting there damn, it's really ending. And then he's oh, I got work tomorrow. Maybe I should log off and go to sleep. But no, he stays without even knowing. So he passes out, wakes up. Oh, this is my favorite part. He wakes up and is wait, why are the NPCs' mouths moving when they talk? They don't usually do that. And it's just I'm just oh yeah, yeah. That's the stuff I like. It's He's in the game, man. Like I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. It's a couple games I want to be in. And
there was a couple of games I'm like I could live in.
And then he gives
In a cameo.
he's talking with like all the NPCs, but I wouldn't really call them that. I guess the maids and Albedo and the floor guardians. Well, the floor guardians haven't showed up yet, but there's one floor guardian. Name was Albedo. And he decides to do some experiments. Wait, matter of fact, before he ever went to sleep, he's just like he was doing command codes or whatever, and then it was explaining to Albedo and how what was her creator's name? I don't know. He'll explain it if you watch it. Oh, that's bad on my part, but still, the creator, he looks through Albedo's log and sees how she was like, how she's supposed to talk, how she's supposed to act, all that. And he sees that it was inputted as like she was like a bitch or something. And then he changes that. He's like, I don't know about that. And then he's just like, he hesitated and started thinking like, you know what? I'm gonna put this. Albedo loves Momonga. And I'm just like,
Is madly in love with Momonga is what he put.
And then now that's when it starts going, that's when it starts, going down south. Everything's starting to change. It's starting to become real. Their mouths start to move when they talk. And
when he falls asleep, wakes up, everyone's mouths start moving and they start acting like real people, pretty much.
Real loyal people like that. And
and she is madly in love with him.
Yeah, madly in love with him. And he's just like, you know what? I just noticed this, let me try some experiments. Albedo, come here. And then, I'm not going to go into detail with all that, You can watch that. He's he's like, okay, wow, this is real. And, oh yeah, this is crazy. Oh, how long do I plan on doing this? And then, so, all that stuff happens. I think he has Sebis calls the floor guardians, I believe. That's what happens. And they all come together and he's like, wow, this is crazy. They kneel before him.
Look, the chick that he makes fall madly in love with him by accident is actually the head of all the floor guardians.
Yeah. You know what? It was kind of let's see. I kind of knew it was gonna happen, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's anime. That's anime. Now, anyways, calls the four guardians together. And he does right. Doesn't he call them? He called them together, right?
Yeah. He has everybody meet in the stadium level.
No, not yet.
But not the stadium. Yeah, it was. He had everyone meet him in the arena.
Oh yeah, hold up. I'm going far too ahead. That's something I'm explaining something else. Yeah, he I think
first, when he first wakes up and realizes that he's stuck in the game and everything's weird, he doesn't summon anybody, they're all there. All the mates are all there, and then the head butler guy is there.
Sebis, yeah, that guy's cool.
And he gets to trying to figure out what's going on and what carried on from the game.
Yes, like that's right. He has Sebis go look around at surroundings and stuff, and then that's when he goes down to the arena and he has Mare and I forgot the other character's name.
The cross-dressing elves.
Yeah, the weird people.
Yeah, I guess their creator told them that basically wearing the opposite sex's clothes made them stronger.
And I actually know the character's name, Babuka. Yeah, that was a funny name. So yeah, and so he tests out. He's like, you know what? Let's have them fight whatever the hell that guy summoned. Yeah, he summoned some crazy shit. And then it was actually getting with him. It was getting with it. And then after they had, fought the thing. I'm gonna call him Ainz because I don't really like his first name. I'm glad he changed it.
Manga.
Yeah, Manga. Come on, man. But yeah, Ainz. Yeah, he gives a glass of water to Mare, and I'm actually taking over real quick, Justin. I'm gonna search up the other one's name.
He gives a glass of water to one of the elves, and basically they're all loyal to him anyway, but it makes him seem more of a kind leader. And so everyone kind of falls, I don't want to say in love with him, but they respect him even more. And they are truly devoted to him because he's a creator, and where they see that all the other creators left them, and he was the only one who stayed. So,
yes, and the other elf name was Aura, by the way. Aura, however you want to say it. And then, yes, that's when they're in the arena. That's when he summons the Guardians or whatever. No, matter of fact, he tests out the communication thing to see if he can get in contact with any other players that are in the area.
Yeah.
And he was like, he tried it. He was like, and Sebas talked. He was like, he was surprised because, yeah, nobody else answered him. So that's when Sebas was like, yeah, he said something, and then he brought Sebas over here. Florida Guardians came. They were, what I expected. Very loyal. Kneeled before him. We've got Sebas and Demiurge. I don't know how to say his name, Demiurge.
It's the Demon King guy, wasn't it?
No, he's not a Demon King, but he was like the strategist guy. I kind of like
the
him.
strategist, but I could have swore like he was like considered like a demon king or something like that. He wasn't literally a demon king, but I think that's what his character was in the actual game, and then he brings that out later on, and further down the road. Again, that's what he calls himself when he's attacking the kingdom.
Yeah, that's way ahead. That's way ahead.
No, I'm just saying though, they also mentioned it at the beginning too. Ainz does. He calls him the Demon King or something like Demiurge the Demon King or something like that.
Now, as a guy who watched this like 5 times, you would think I know all the Guardians' names, but I only remember the ones I like, So I like Kakyotis. That guy. That's my favorite Florida.
That was the bug looking one, right? The big bug beetle.
4 arms, yeah.
Yeah, he was dope.
I like him. He talks when needs to. He doesn't really. Only time he blabbers is when Demiurge talks about, oh yeah, there's probably one of them should have like an heir to the throne. He's talking about him.
Oh yeah.
That was the only time he blabbered. Everything else, he only talks when needs to. And that guy's a warrior.
Say this. I'm biased because I like vampires. He's biased. He don't like vampires. So I'm pretty sure I like the vampire girl more than he liked the vampire girl.
I don't like her name starts with an S. What's her name?
I can't remember her name, dude. I'm sorry.
Let me look at my notes really quick.
But I think the biggest reason why I liked her was because she kept giving the head of the Guardians crap. And I think she was doing it on purpose just to fuck with her. Because basically, like we stated, Ainz accidentally made the head of the Guardians fall madly in love with him. And so now she's giving her crap, basically acting like she wants Ainz, which she might actually want Ainz. I don't know. But I think most of it was just to mess with her.
Chantier.
Nah,
she likes Ainz. Yeah, she definitely does.
I think she liked him, but I think a lot of it had to do with her just fucking with the head of the
Albedo, yeah. That's when they started talking about, Mare or one of them. Demiurge was like, handle that, and then they left. And that's when Demiurge talked to Kokiotis about. If somebody asked him, why would you let that happen? Because then he was like, okay, maybe, one of them decides to be the wife so we can have an heir, blah, 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 this, that, and the third.
And the messed up thing is they were with it too. What's her name again? The head?
Albedo?
I can't say it. Sorry. But she was like, you know what? I'll be the wife. You can be his mistress because a man like Ainz is gonna need more than basically one woman. It's just like they were down. It's like, fuck it. Oh, that was crazy.
So yeah. Then after that little scene, that's when Ainz he's like, I think he's in this room or something like that. He starts talking about, man, these guys are loyal as hell for no reason, this, that, and the third. He's like, you know what? Let me go. I need some fresh air. That's what he wanted. That's where he was originally going. So he puts on his Mammon gear, I don't know what gear he was wearing. It's whatever. He walks, runs into Demiurge.
The armor.
Yeah, that armor. I don't know.
The black armor. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it like boosted his martial skills or something like that. It let him summon like different swords and shit.
Yeah, he's only used 2 swords. That's it. Maybe he does summon swords, but who knows? But yeah, because in his original form he couldn't wield swords. So yeah, he's walking, or he's on his way out of the tomb, and then he runs into Demiurge and 3 generals. He's like, oh shit, what are they doing here? And then he was like, and then Demiurge does this thing like, oh my god, I know what he's doing. This is what he's doing. He's just changing. Your attention to detail is so advanced, and this, that, and third. It's just like, bruh. And I was just like, huh? What is this talking about, bruh?
And it's a continuous theme throughout the whole show where Demiurge will do some shit, thinking that that's what Ainz wanted. And Ainz is like, what the fuck did you do? Like, why did you do that? And it's like, oh, I did it because, no, he'd be like, and I'm pretty sure that's what you were thinking, Lord Ainz. And Ainz is like, yes, but could you explain it to the rest of everybody else? You know,
he'll be like,
basically because he don't know why Demiurge did the shit that he just did.
Yes, and then he'll just be like, I remember all the words. Ainz is like, yeah, just that one, like that one time. Yes, like that one time. Yes. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah. And his inner monologue is like, what the hell? Like, what is he talking? When did I say that? Like, and then he brings it up and is like, really? You remember that? Like,
that shit is funny. And then
oh shit, my bad.
And then he's on his way out. So kind of resident Demiurge. Demiurge is like, yeah, look, I would not be a floor guardian if I wasn't able to go with you while you're out on whatever you're doing. And then so they go out. He starts flying, and that's when Demiurge turns into his original form. His ugly ass starts flying.
He was like some toad thing with wings.
That shit. That's the true demon right there. And then he's like, it's so beautiful, but this, that, and the third. He gets to talking. Demiurge then thinks that whatever he's thinking is what Ainz is thinking. He's thinking that he's on the same page as him. He's like, oh, that's when he realizes. Or thinks he realizes that Ainz wants to take over the world or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't know, one of those things.
But the funny thing about that is it doesn't get brought up until like season 2 or something like that, like way later on, where he brings it back to that original conversation that they had, where he's like, yeah, I knew from that conversation that you wanted to take over the world. And I'm just like, what the fuck conversation are you talking about? Like, when did we have this conversation about me taking over the world? And that one time.
Without Demiurge, the plot would be just down. Like,
Demiurge does a lot of shit to carry the plot.
He carried it, but shit, I ain't tripping. He's like my second, favorite floor guardian. But yeah. And so they're talking to this guy, and he notices Mare. He's like covering the Tomb of Nazareth, which Albedo was against, and I'm just like, mind your tongue,
Watch your mouth, bitch.
Watch your mouth, bitch. Watch your mouth. You feel me? We need a because they were strategizing about how to cover the Tomb of Nazareth to keep peace, stay to
basically so no one knows, because they were basically out in the middle of nowhere.
And
there's just this giant fucking tomb in the middle of nowhere. So it was like, we really don't want people to see us and then start trying to investigate, what this tomb is just out of nowhere. So they decide to cover it with dirt.
Plus he was paranoid of other players that were still on the server. But trust me, I don't think there's any other players on the server, to be honest.
Oh no. There's a episode later on where they're with the dragon thing. I think they used to be players of probably a different game.
Yeah, probably.
And got stuck there too.
Yeah, but I don't think they can hold a candle to Ainz though. That's the thing. I don't think so. But the only people that hold a candle, I wouldn't even say hold a candle, but they're up there, was that little group they had, the one where they had the world where they had like world tier magic or whatever that controlled.
Yes, that was them.
That couldn't have that was them?
That was them.
They can't be
yes, that was them. The one who controlled Shawtier before, I think it was like ended up being a draw because Shawtier killed her before she could completely take over Shawtier's mind at that moment. And they had to rush off. Or it didn't kill her, but like severely injured her. So they grabbed her and rushed off. But yeah, that was that group. That was that same group. They were part of that group.
Either way, Ainz he's gonna solo them.
And Shawtier is a beast. She gave Ainz a run for his money.
Yeah, that was
later on.
I'm
sorry, we're getting.
I was surprised.
Yeah, we got really far ahead, so handed the rings back.
Yeah, that's when I'm going a bit slow, but I'm gonna pick it up here soon. So yeah, Ainz goes down. Oh yeah, Ainz talks about Demiurge. He's talking to Demiurge. He's like, he notices Mare's putting in work and it's and the third, and Demiurge is like, he asks Demiurge like, what should I do? What should I give to Mare? And Demiurge is like, maybe talking to him actually makes him feel even better. But then that's what Ainz actually went up to him and was like, you know what? Matter of fact, talking isn't just gonna do enough. So here, I'm gonna give you this teleportation ring that teleports all around the tomb instantly, like immediately.
Teleportation ring.
And I was like, I don't know what it's called, but hey, yes,
teleportation ring.
Teleportation ring.
Teleportation.
I did say didn't I say teleport?
Yeah,
teleportation. I'm gonna look at the video. We gonna see. But yeah,
I think you was trying to say like teleporting ring.
Teleportation.
But you said
I said
teleportation.
I did say teleport. I might have said teleportation. Oh well, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, and then that's when Albedo was like, after he's done talking to Mario, Albedo's like, huh? And I noticed, he was like, oh yeah, maybe I should give you a ring too, huh? Here you go. It was funny. And then, let's see, what else? I'm jogging my memory right now, because I have, last time I watched it was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this a long time ago.
Yeah, been working. Let's see. And then, yeah, that happens. And then, after that, doesn't he, like, go to his room or something? He talks with Sebis or something, and he, like, I might be ahead in episode 2 or whatever, but he, like, goes in the room and notices a village being attacked. This might be the end of the episode, and then it goes on to the next episode.
Well, he realizes that he's tired, but he's not sleepy. And he's not hungry. He starts realizing, like, all this different shit, like, he's no longer basically human. He's become undead. Like, the character that he was playing was an undead creature in the game, and he basically took on the attributes of that creature. So he's not hungry, and he's not sleepy, but I guess he's just, like, mentally tired or something like that. One of the things that happened in the episode, you find out. And yeah, I think he does go to the room and see a village getting attacked. Or no, don't they go out traveling and he sees the village getting attacked?
Nope. Because he's on like some sort of thing. He's looking at the village. Now, before I go into all these details and stuff, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not going over episode to episode to episode. That's not what we're doing here. We're gonna be going. We're going through episodes, but I'm not going through episode to episode. I'm just here to tell you how it is, reviewing it. Basically, that's what we already said. And the reason why I'm not going to go through episode to episode, because I want you to watch it. Like, it's like underrated. I think it's underrated. Like, not enough people talk about it.
And it's like, How many seasons was it?
3, and the 4th season is confirmed.
Yeah, it was 3 seasons. The reason why I was able to do it with in the previous 2 episodes is because those were 1 season a piece, that we did. So it was basically I could sit down, we could sit through it and go episode to episode to episode. If we did that with this show, like I said, we watched 3 seasons of it, and we'd be here for
More than
2 hours.
Yeah.
And the other ones, when I was going episode by episode by episode, and that was just 1 season, those ended up being over an hour long each. So you want to try to keep this under an hour.
I'm just doing the plot thing. So he sees this village being attacked, and he's like, Sebas, what should I do? But he doesn't really ask for Sebas, really. Either way, whatever Sebas says, he doesn't really care. He starts thinking about Ainz when the original one, the one who helped him after when he was being beat down by a group of people.
One of the other creators.
Was it? That was him?
Yeah, it was another creator that helped him out when he first started off on the game, and he basically.
Yeah, his name is Ainz. That's the dude. That's why he changed his name, because of that person.
I know that. Well, I was just saying that was another creator.
Oh, that was, huh? Oh my God, I thought it was just some random person.
Yeah, the person that saved him, and then that he ended up in the same guild as. Yeah, it was another player, another creator.
Yeah, and then since that guy helped him out, he's like, you know what?
And he said, when he helped him out, he said something along the lines of, if you like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. It was like something like evil anywhere needs to be fought or something like that, or if you see someone who needs help them, basically is what he said to I guess his name would have been Momonga at the time. He said that to him, and so now Momonga, who's changed his name to Ainz,
He's implementing that feat.
is implementing that. He sees someone who needs help, which later on he kind of brushes that off. Like,
strays from the past. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, man, that's actually, yeah, I ain't tripping about that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He still has an honor code that he lives by, but a lot of, and you start to, and it's, the thing that makes this show so good, in my opinion, is some of the subtleties that you don't really get explained to you unless you watch it. And like, we're talking about it now, and I'm just realizing it, that the further the show goes, the more of his humanity he loses. So at first it's like, I really don't care about people too much. I just don't want to run into other players. And then he sees the village that needs help, and he's, well, I should probably help them, And then, like, later on, he's basically like, fuck everybody. If it's not helping me, I don't care.
All about benefits.
So,
All about it. And, he upgrades the village, basically. But not yet, though. Not yet. He does upgrade it.
No.
Yes, he does. They build walls around it.
But that wasn't him.
Who do you think it was?
It was the chick that he saved.
No.
Yeah.
With the help with with the help with that one maid. Yeah, with the help with that one maid.
No. Yeah. He gave her a magic horn, and she summoned a bunch of goblins.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. So he didn't upgrade the town. She summoned a bunch of goblins. They came in and started helping her build stuff.
But it was in his plan, though, because that's why he set that maid down. Yeah.
It wasn't technically in his plan. His plan was to keep that one guy safe. The alchemist.
Henry. No, that was the girl's name, wasn't it? Henry.
Yeah. He wanted to keep the alchemist safe because he wanted him to figure out how to make potions from the game world.
Yeah, so he tried to make that red potion.
Yeah. So it was basically keep him safe, and then also keep in the same breath also keep her safe, because keeping her safe will make him happy. But originally, this when he gave her the horn was before he met the alchemist person.
Yeah, that's when.
So he didn't send the maid until after.
That's when he saved him, because he pulls up on him. He's like, you know what? We're gonna kill this guy. Pull up on him, after he kills the knights or whatever. gave her the potion, drink that, boom, boom, boom.
But that was
kills them, arrow of protection, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, but that was later. That was after he goes to the town. So remember, the town's getting attacked by some holy knights from a different
Nope,
country.
that was before, because he teleports right on them. Yes.
You want to put money on that?
Let's put money on it. How much?
$10.
Say less. You know what? We're gonna look this up right after this video.
And the thing is, the village, he visits the village first. He goes to the town after that, because when he goes to the town, he joins the guild, the Adventurers Guild, as Moma in his black armor. That's when he meets the other girl that he bumped. He beat up the guys in the bar and broke her new shiny potion or whatnot, and he gives her the red potion.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm talking about when he saves Henry, or whatever that girl's name.
He saves Henry in the village. That's what I said. He goes when he goes to the village.
Yeah, he pulls up right on her and then kills the knights. Give her the potion. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Did he give her a potion?
Yep, he gives her a potion. She gets her back healed because it was slashed. Then he puts an arrow of protection on her.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, Justin. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, yep. And then he goes into the village. He creates a death knight, whatever the hell it is. One of those OP knights, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lets him. He's like, you know what? Gives him an order. You know what? Kill everybody that looks like that in the village. And he goes.
The guy was begging for his life. Please, no. You guys, help me. Save me.
I'll give you money, anything. Blah, 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 blah. Stab, death. It was funny because, you guys were killing countless villagers without even giving them mercy. Now you don't get no mercy. Oh, it was so good. It was like Robin Hood. Oh,
that was funny as shit. Like because he was the biggest dick out of all of them. At least the rest of them could say, well, we were just following orders. He was one of the people giving the orders. So
I wasn't fucking with him. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And then he's the one yelling, barking out the orders and talking shit. And then when it came time for him to face death like a man, he begged for his fucking life.
Yeah,
like a bitch.
That was very satisfying. And then he, after Ainz does all that other stuff, that's when he meets the knights.
Yeah, the knights of the kingdom that they're in.
It was a main knight though. It was like he
guards he was the main knight that guards the king.
Yep.
And he was basically being backstabbed without knowing that he was being backstabbed because a bunch of basically petty fucking politics. A bunch of the not royalty but nobles basically didn't want him around anymore. The king, still wanted him, and the king actually later on goes to try to apologize to him, and usually you don't need to apologize to me for nothing, I was doing my job. But basically, they sent him into a situation that he couldn't win with not enough resources. Yeah, they sent him to get slaughtered, basically.
And it was like, and that's when he met Ainz, he asked Ainz to protect the village one more time, and without realizing it, Ainz gave him a magical tool where he switched him out.
And that's what, when we was talking about how he slowly loses his humanity throughout the show, you can see, he respected him because he's like, he knows that he's going to die.
He respected him to the end, too.
Yeah, to the end. But he knows in that situation, it's like he asked Ainz for help. And Ainz said, no, I'm not about to go fight your battle for you. Fuck that. And he was like, well, can you at least just protect the village? Cool. All right, I'll do that. And it's like, all right, well, we about to roll out. And so Ainz respected the fact that he was willing to just go out there and fight this massive arm. I don't think it was too massive, but it was a bunch of like magic knights.
In their eyes, it would be that massive because those angels or whatever the hell they had were slaying people left and right. And dude was holding his ground. He like, okay, let me put on this super armor slash, boom, slash. And he was like, oh shit, I'm in overdrive. Oh shit, I'm losing.
He was kicking ass. He really was. And then they summoned an even more powerful angel or something.
No, not yet. They still had a whole bunch of guardians. Like, you know what? We're gonna have every single one of them attack him. And that's when he gets switched out. He's like, where am I at? Inside the village. He's like, Soka. And then that's when he pulls up to the scene with Albedo. He's like, oh, welcome. I'm gonna need you to give up your lives. And I will kill you as painless as possible. And they weren't going for that, obviously. So, yeah, and it was like, you know what? Get those angels on him now.
Which is funny, because it's like, he doesn't give them the option like, hey, if you guys leave, we're all good. You know, I ain't got nothing against you. You're attacking the village. I'm protecting the village. I'm protecting these knights. You leave now, I'll spare you. No, it's basically, lay down, let me kill you, or I'm going to make it even more painful.
Basically, shit. And me, shit, I don't know what the hell I would do, but I'm not going out like this, man. He talking about some, oh yeah, man, you're just spouting lies, just talking. You know, it's all you all talk, ain't you? I would have ran or something. Yeah, he just instantly came out of nowhere. What you talking about?
At first, I could kind of understand it, but when he starts, like, busting up all of your magic angel things, I would have took off. No, if I was one of them just common soldiers, I would have took the fuck off.
That, because I would have, as soon as I would have seen he switched places with the dude, I would have been like, oh yeah.
But the thing is, magic exists in this world.
Yeah, it exists, but I don't think anybody's seen that before. That was a item that he gave him, like, they would, even the floor guardian, or who said that it was like, are you sure with giving him a high grade like a high grade item? He was like, yeah. And I was like, well, that wasn't even a high grade item. You get that for like 10 something coins, you know, and shit. And people, I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't see that. Now, if I would have seen that, I would be like, oh shit, hell no. All right, I'm either dying right there, getting on my life, all right, cool. It's whatever. I'm about right, or I'm just running. I'm gone. None of them ran.
Me personally, like I said, after the initial attack, and he just obliterates all of their angels. If I'm one of the lowly freaking Magic Knight people, I'm out. I'm dipping. Like,
yeah,
you gonna have to catch me.
Guess who catching you? Albedo ass. She on your ass.
Yeah, she on your ass. Well, she gonna have to catch me.
Here, 1.2 seconds. You dead. It's already gone.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, you know, they probably won't care too much about me taking off, and, you know.
No, they wouldn't care if I would have just ran off without even doing anything. Because what made it even worse was them attacking. That's what pissed him off. So shit, I'm not attacking. I'm running, or I'm giving up my life. Shit.
Hell, like I said,
he probably would have spared me.
I'm gonna test the waters.
He would have spared me. Shit.
And then once I watch the episode, if you watch the episode, you'll know what we're talking about, because what he does, there wouldn't have been no second attack if I was be like, oh, okay, well, sorry, what's your name again? Irons? Oh, well, we apologize. We are sorry for the inconvenience. What can we do to make this situation better?
That's basically what he said afterwards, after even his highest attack didn't work on him. That's what basically.
But at that point, it was too late, because they attacked multiple times. It wasn't like just one attack to test the waters. It was boom.
That's why I said, okay, I'm giving up my life, or I'm gone. I'm not even attacking.
Now we summon our most powerful angel, and then he just obliterates it like that, and it was like
one attack.
Yeah, one attack.
Black hole attack. He just hellfire, boom.
Yeah, it was gone. And so
everything was gone, even the hope of the people that attacked.
But the thing is, even after that, he started begging and it wasn't like he started off begging. It was more like he was talking shit first. Then realizes, oh shit, we're fucked, or I'm fucked. It wasn't like I'm begging for my men or anything like that. He was just begging for himself.
Now, first he was like, spare us. No, spare me. I'll give you this. No, matter of fact, I'll give you this. He's like, oh, you misunderstand. I told you, give up your life. But no, I'm finna kill you painlessly. I'm finna kill you painfully. That's what happened. He does that, boom, walks off. I wonder if I was too hard on Albedo. And Albedo was like, "Whoa, cool," or whatever the hell she talking about. And yeah, that's basically what happens. And then now we're gonna skip a few and where he becomes Maman, whatever. He picks one of the maids, Nabe, which I kind of like, but I didn't understand why he chose her. But hey, Nabe's pretty cool. Yeah, she's pretty cool, and he realized like no, because in the village he shows the village chief the coins of Yggdrasil, and he's like, no, no, not here. And it shows the real coins, this, that, and the third. Then he comes up with a plan like, oh shit, we need some money. We need some money, benefits. Then that's when he becomes Maman and goes to the
And it wasn't just for benefits, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it was also to scout.
Oh shit, maybe it was.
Yeah, it was to scout as well and to try to see if he could find or come into contact with any other players who might still be on the server.
And when she still had no luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he dresses up as that and he's a bronze and he tries to go as the highest quest. He's like, well, she's like, well, those aren't the rules here. That shit kind of pissed me off. Nigga, if I want this quest, you gonna give me this quest. But they talking about some, yeah, that could kill a lot of people since you're, an amateur or whatever. But they don't know him yet. And so I was just like, you know what? It's whatever. And then he meets these guys. I don't know none of their names because they all die anyways, but yeah, so I'm not finna go over their names, man.
And the messed up thing is they pulled
Akame got killed on it.
Oh no, what was it?
They pulled that guy. They pulled that shit in this anime.
What was it? No, it was Pitch Black. You ever seen the movie Pitch Black? You know what I'm talking about. Where the little girl is acting like she's a boy the whole time, but she's really a female. They had one of those on here too.
They you know what they did to the group? They pulled a Goblin Slayer basically, and Goblin Slayer like they all died, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so weird. Nothing. It has nothing to do with goblins. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now, but.
Oh yeah, they got their ass kicked by like one person.
Yeah.
From their own world.
Clementine. Ugh,
yeah.
That bitch. Yeah, and then they took on a quest with Enri. I think that's his name, to be honest. I can look at my notes, but I don't feel like it. That's Enri is his name, or it's the girl's name. Shit, I don't know. But he takes his quest because his normal guy is out of town or whatever. Blah blah blah, and then they go on a quest.
Henry did that on purpose.
Oh my god, we skipped over the part where he knocks over where the dude knocks over the potion and shit. Oh yeah, we did, huh?
Talked about that already, yeah. Basically they in a bar fight, when he goes to accept the quest or whatnot, a bunch of guys get to talking shit. At this point he's going by Momon and not Momonga or Ainz, but when he's in his black armor and he's in town, everyone knows him as Mamon. He beats the shit out the guys, knocks over the potion, in order to not fight with the chick whose potion got destroyed. He gives her a red potion, and at first she's like, no one's ever seen a red potion, so she takes it to go get, basically,
checked,
see if it was worth anything. And come to find out, yeah, it's worth a lot because no one can make potions of that potency in this world. So,
and that's when Henry's curious or whatever, I think, and then he's like, who gave you this, blah blah blah, that's all blah 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 blah.
So she tells him, and so Henry and I think it was either just Henry or it might have been Henry and his grandmother.
Yeah, it was his grandmother.
Decide to try to steal a potion from Maman, aka Ainz, so they can try to examine it and see if they can create red potions because old girl wasn't willing to sell hers.
Hold on, okay, this is for the record. Are we just going over one and two season twos, or is we going?
We can go through 1 and 2 because we're almost at an hour already.
Yeah, because we're still on episode 3. Shit. All right, so
I thought you were gonna start jumping ahead.
Yeah, I was going to. I just don't know when. So here, I'm just going over the little plots, the little things before I start jumping ahead. So yeah. He takes the quest. That's when Henry bumps into him. Like, hey, you know what? Hey, I need you to I need you to come with me, do this, that, and the third. And so they did, because there's the other group that he's with, the one who got Goblin, the one who, the group that just gets slayed in soon. And then they just have to collect some herbs for him or whatever, and my mom just showing off his skills. Slices, Nabe, lightning, boom. They's like, oh my god, this is crazy. And one thing that kind of pissed me off was I wanted to see the face that he created when he showed the people.
They don't show that face.
I wanted to see that face.
But don't they also talk about the forest?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. Yeah,
Sorry.
that was the that was his name. Yeah, Forest of the whatever the hell, that little hamster
Forest
snake
King
guy.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
something. And then after he shows off his moves to the thing, he's like he has Aura go fetch him because they was talking about the forest king or whatever for some reason. But after he has Aura go catch him, he's like, you guys stay back. Me and Nabi are gonna handle this. I go to the forest, and my mom's disappointed.
Okay.
He's disappointed as hell. That's not what that's what they
Wise
call him.
King of the Forest.
The wise king, yeah. And then he's like, he's disappointed when he comes across him, like, what the hell is this? And after he tries to attack, my mom just boom, instantly.
But come to find out that it's one of the creatures from Idrisil.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because like he also keeps the other monsters at bay or whatever, keep them away from that area. But he still takes them regardless. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know what they did with that. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that guy.
Basically, he's like Yoda, but if Yoda smoked crack.
Yeah, and with a high pitched voice. Shit was so irritating.
He talks backwards with a high pitched voice, and he's like 100 miles per hour talking.
And he's a hamster with a snake tail, so it's kind of obvious. But after he does that, he tames them. They come back like, wow, this is crazy. And he's like, what the hell are they talking about? Nah, babe, do you get this? He's like, yeah, his eyes are gleaming with wisdom. He's like, even nah, babe, what the hell? Shit, I'm just like, yeah, I'm with Irons on this one. Like, what is they talking about? Shit. So he draw, and now, after the day's over, disappointment. The disappointment comes. It's riding on the hamster on the way, coming back. And then that's when everybody gets slayed. Shit was so disappointing, man. I was like, damn. That's when Ainz finds out that the boy was actually a girl, and later on, he reads the book that he picks up from her and stuff, and her sister is captured. He later gets the sister, and we'll talk a little bit more about that after I tell you about how he gets Clementine back.
Season 3 or 4.
That was at the end of season 2. Or maybe it was at season 3. Shit, I can't remember.
Because I think season 2 ended with the battle with
And it's Saltier, yeah, that's right. That's right, because that's when he picks up with the up. Mm-hmm. So, then he starts investigating the shit. He's like, oh yeah, they leave trails behind this, that, and the third. His grandma, then Henry's grandma was like, because Henry got captured. Yep, and he's like, you know what? I'm just like, how much are you willing to give? He's like, oh yeah, this, that, and the third. And my mom was like, I was like, everything. I need everything from you. He's like, you're a demon. So he kind of is. I mean, but, yeah. And then he's like, all right. He heads off on the quest. And,
but does he ever actually collect from her?
No, I don't think so. Shit, I don't recall.
I think he just asked her that shit just to see how much she really cared to have her grandson back. Because if she wasn't caring, he was actually gonna take him back to the tomb Nazareth with the thing on his head. So he's on his way to go beat up that one girl, Clementine. Yep. Oh, that was so satisfying. Almost as satisfying as that village. Yes. And actually was more satisfying. So he goes there. He's like, what is the bronze guy? Or wait, matter of fact, he wasn't bronze anymore. He was like silver plated, right? Or was he still bronze? Yeah, I don't know what the hell. He was still bronze at that point, and after this battle, they raised him from bronze to the highest level.
I don't know how to say that. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Dynamite, whatever the hell it is.
Dynamite or something like that. But basically, they kidnapped Henry, because he has a special ability to use any magical item without having any type of training with it or whatever level that he should be or something like that.
I see potential in him.
So
season 4.
they want him to wear this crown thing to raise a bunch of dead skeletons. So yeah,
which is kind of late.
It was Clementine and some old geezer guy, and so they go to the graveyard to get Henry back. Ainz in his Maman suit is fighting Clementine, and the maid is fighting the old
guy.
geezer.
Yeah, he's not even worth the name.
Hamsuke is what they call the wise king of the forest, ends up fighting a bunch of the skeletons. And the fight scene was actually really good.
Yeah, because first he jumps over the fence like, oh my God, is that the... Yes, that's him, blah, blah, blah. We may have experienced a legend. And I'm just like, oh yeah. But yeah, he's fighting the skeletons, going crazy on them. Like, you know what? Let's go straight to the bosses. And that's what they do, you know. And now, after it wasn't going nowhere they were just toying with him. And he was like, you know what, nah, man, show him the Pleiades maids. I don't know how to say that, all right? I'm going to just say, show them the maids. Show them the real power of the Tomb of Nazareth.
So, yeah, basically, the whole fight, they're not using any of their actual powers. Like, because Maman or Ainz, he's technically a mage. And so he's fighting Clementine as a warrior in his warrior suit. And the maid is holding back all of her powers as well, right? And she's fighting like two undead skeletal dragons at the same time. And so, yeah, like Ray said, I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. It's enough. It's done. Like, go ahead. Finish them off. And she just fucks all three, the skeletal dragons and old Duda.
And the skeleton dragons, they are like resistant to all types of magic, but with her magic, it's top tier, like even higher than whatever the hell they talking about, higher than 6 tier. Yeah, this is like shit, 100 tier magic, whatever the hell they talking about.
God tier, basically.
Throw that lightning down, boom, destroy them instantly. Kill the old man. Ainz on the other side, he's like, you know what, come at me. And then and then she's like, you know what? Doing all this buffs and stuff. Stabs him in the eye. I'm not finished. Twist. Lightning. Boom, 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 boom. Why aren't you not dead? Because he grabs him, blah, blah. Or he grabs her, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, I would kill you with this. And it was the girl's blade. It was that, but she was like too strong for it. So I was like, yes, you should have killed her with that. Slowly, too.
The funniest thing about that whole fight scene is the fact that Ainz at the beginning, Clementine basically was like, what, were they your friends or something? He was like, I hold no grudge against you for killing them. They were in your way. They had something that you wanted, and if I was in your shoes, I would have did the same thing. And for me to be upset with you would make me a hypocrite. And then by the end of the battle, he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, it's really hard for me not to be a hypocrite. So basically, he was pissed off that she killed basically some friends of his, basically.
Squeezed her to death.
Squeezed her to death.
Ooh, you should have resurrected her again and killed her. Ooh, but he doesn't want to resurrect anybody, even though he has the power to. He could have resurrected everybody that just died, but you know what?
He doesn't want to draw attention to himself too much at this point. Like, it's still early in the show. He's not trying to draw attention to everything that he can do. And that's why he's going around as Maman in the armor and stuff, you know, basically scouting in plain sight while staying hidden, basically. And it comes in handy later on when they play on both sides. But
I can't wait to season 4. It has so much potential. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't read manga, and I already know manga shows everything. I'm not reading manga. No matter what you tell me, even though we're spoilers, manga is the main source of spoilers, and I hate spoilers. Yes.
So that was, what, about the end of season 1 right there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Quick synopsis on stuff. Not synopsis. I need to stop saying that. But a quick rundown on season 2. Just if you don't mind, I'm gonna
Go
take
ahead,
the
yeah.
wheel right here. Basically they still continuing looking for other players and stuff like that. Unable to find them. So we're just gonna basically skip. There's a bunch of stuff that happens. It's interesting. Like we said, go watch the show. It's a really good show. But I just want to get to the fight with because we're almost at an hour long here. So I want to get to the fight with between Ainz and the vampire girl.
Shawtier.
Basically, in the previous episodes, what were they doing? There was something. Oh, they were trying to capture someone to teach Ainz or help Ainz grow his swordsman power or martial skills. And so they find someone who's supposed to be basically second only to the captain of the Knights.
His name was Brain.
Yeah.
Brian, whatever the hell. I don't
Bran.
know. It was Bran. Well, yeah, I didn't know
Something
how to
like that.
pronounce it. I was watching the Japanese version.
And so basically, fucking Shawtier catches this nigga in a mine. And he starts with this whole sword thing, and he, what is it, like this area thing, and he can only do it when he's not moving, and then he draws the sword all real fast, and she just blocks it with one finger. I think it was like her pinky finger or something like that. And then he's like swinging at her, and he starts to realize that he's not gonna win, and like, shit, I keep hitting this damn thing. I'm sorry, guys. But realizes that he's not gonna win and like freaks the fuck out and takes off running. And so Shawtier gets pissed off and starts chasing him down, transforms into like her vampire true form or something, and starts chasing him down, ends up killing like everybody in the mine trying to find this guy. He done took off. Right? And as he's running, and Shawtier's chasing him, because he ends up outsmarting her, so she gets even more pissed off. She goes into like a blood fury or something like that. She ends up getting ambushed by what I believe is other players, or were, at least one of them was another player from a different game. Or it could have been the same game, but they had a god tier item as well. Shot it at Shawtier to mind controller or something like that. But Shawtier at the same time fired off something else at this person and basically kills a bunch of them and like severely injures one of them, the one who shot the shot. And so then she ends up being stuck there, unable to move and or whatnot, and she basically becomes like a boss character in an MMO. So until Ainz later on goes and actually attacks her, she won't move, attack, do anything. So they get to fighting, and the thing about this battle is Ainz doesn't really overpower her. Like, he doesn't overpower Shawtier because he's like, basically Shawtier has all of his weaknesses. And so he outsmarts her. Basically by like acting like he's wearing certain clothing that changed up his weaknesses when he was still weak to fire. So instead of flinching, he just stands there like it wasn't doing anything. And when she used like holy magic or something on him, he acted like it did a whole bunch of damage to him. And it wasn't. So yeah, basically he outsmarts her. It was a dope ass fight. It was probably one of the best fights. To me, it was the best fight in the whole series so far. I don't think there was really a fight that was above that fight.
I think that was because the reason why it was the best fight.
They were evenly matched.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pretty much every other fight is, them basically just overpowering people because no one's on their level. So to see both of them go at it was a treat. You get some more fights in season 3, but we'll probably do a wrap up of season 3 another time. Like I said, this is over almost an hour, and then when I edit it out, it's gonna be over an hour literally. So
and we'll do all the ratings when we're finished with the whole thing. because at the end, you guys,
Well, we
you
can
guys
rate
seen,
the first two
I
seasons,
mean,
and then just rate, because we're only going to do season 3 next, and that should only be about a 20 to 30 minute video.
I guess we can rate season 1 and 2. Okay, we can do that. Before we start rating anything, we skipped a lot. All right.
Yeah.
This anime again is by far my favorite anime. Like, I haven't rewatched nothing. I haven't rewatched anything besides this one 5 times, bro. Like,
you got to remember, I think each season was about 13, 14 episodes. So we just did like 28 episodes. And, well, we didn't do all 28, but,
skimmed straight
it
through.
was basically, we gave you some spoilers, but go watch this one. Definitely go watch this one. It's worth your time. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. But,
oh man. All right. So let's rate the CGI. All right. CGI was definitely essential for this. Like I keep saying, I don't know why I keep saying essential. It's essential for all anime. This CGI was I actually liked the CGI, but it was kind of, some scenes was like, is that season 3 where they fight the lizards and stuff? We skipped the lizards where Kakyotis, that his whole arc, right? That was his whole.
That was season 3.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm already talking. All right. Yeah, all right, let's rate the CGI. The CGI for me is about, I'm going to say an 8 because, I don't know. I say 8 because it's like, some anime, really needs CGI for it to work. And this was definitely one of those anime. And, it could have gave me, I could have gave it a 9, but you'll see that it looks a little weird in some scenes, but it's definitely all right to me. It's definitely all right. Hey,
I'm gonna give it a 9. For the simple fact that most of the show is CGI, like almost all of it seemed like it was CGI to me. There was a lot of it, a lot of 3D, angles and stuff like that in it, and none of it really threw me off. Here and there it did, but not as much as other shows that we've reviewed already, where it's like it takes me completely. I'm like, oh, I can definitely tell that's CGI. On this show, it seemed like the CGI was mixed in a lot better.
That's why I say CGI is needed in this one. It's just like,
yeah, it's basically a CGI show. So I would give it a 9 because, like I said, it didn't break me out of the illusion of the show. Whereas like Era Fureta and the Shield Hero, those was like, okay, you're doing like basically 2D this whole time, and then now you're throwing CGI at me, and it's like I can definitely tell that CGI, and it's pulling me out of your world at this point. Whereas, like I said, Overlord, it seemed like Ray said, the show needed the CGI.
It's balanced.
It's very balanced. So I'll give it a 9.
Now let's we haven't done this, but we're gonna rate the characters, all right? I liked every single character, all right? You don't have to rate any of them, but I'm gonna give them a 10. Their loyalty was just, oh my god, it was so wonderful, awesome. Like,
you liked every single character.
Every single character. Matter of fact, besides that cockroach guy, I don't like him. It was a cockroach guy. The cockroach dude. Oh, I don't think he shows it. That's in season 3. That cockroach guy, man. Oof.
I don't remember a cockroach.
There is a cockroach guy.
I remember a cockroach maid.
There's a cockroach guy. He does it. They don't show his face. He's like in the dark, wearing a cape. He's like, feed my children.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
And the torturer girl. Oh, this is all in season 3. Let me. I'm talking about season 2. Oh my god, love the characters.
Well, I'm gonna rate the characters. Ainz was not my favorite, but he was the most interesting. Basically because Whereas all of them are the fish out of fish out of water. It's basically a fish out of water story, and all of them are out of fish out of water. Ainz seemed to be had the most character growth throughout the show, even though it was more of a character regression. Because he went from being this, you know what, if I see people doing bad things, I'm going to step in and do something, and then slowly devolves into, you know what, if you're not doing anything for me, I'm not helping you. So, outside of that, like, I liked all the characters except for Hamsuke. I even liked a lot of the human characters that were part of that world as well. They were all pretty good. Like, loyalty-wise, the dialogue was pretty good. Hamsuke is just, every time he spoke...
I forgot. Let me throw that down to a 9. I forgot about that.
Yeah, every time he spoke, I was like, dude, you're not Yoda. Please stop trying to be Yoda. Thank you. Just shut the hell up. Every time he opened his mouth, I just wanted him to shut the hell up. If you take him out the equation, I probably wouldn't give it a perfect rating because there's some characters you can improve on. So I'd give it about an 8.
Yeah, and I'm talking about perfect rating. I'm talking about for the main characters that's in the story that's stepping for it. I ain't talking about no side characters that just died from Clementine and all that other stuff. I'm talking about the Floor Guardians. I'm talking about Ainz. But yeah, we gonna move on for that, man. Y'all know my rating, man. Y'all know where it goes. Y'all know where it lies at, man. All right. That it?
You got soundtrack, voice acting.
Voice acting, like I said, voice acting it's always good, man. I never came across an anime where the voice acting is bad. Like, oh my god, this guy sounds like T-Pain. I've never seen it. Like, I don't ever come across bad voice acting, all right? And, okay, and yeah, the animation, oh my god, I forgot about the animation. It was...
That's right.
Yeah, it was good too, man. But like I said, balanced CGI, it was balanced. And...
I guess we talked about the animation with the CGI.
Thing,
so,
animation, yeah.
What did I give the CGI a 10?
9, you gave it
a 9.
And,
so animation, CGI, 9.
The plot, oh man, I love the plot. Oh, we got to do that in season, after we finish season 3, we have to do all that. Yeah, because we haven't finished the character development, we haven't finished that. Anyways, yes, what else? I can't really think of anything else we can rate. Let's see.
Right, so we did animation. I thought the musical score was pretty good.
Oh, that's right.
I'd give it about an 8. Voice acting. He says he's never ran across bad voice acting. Obviously, I've been around.
He's gonna bring up Hamsuke. He's gonna bring up Hamsuke.
Hamsuke was bad voice acting for one. But I wasn't even gonna bring him up. I wasn't even going to bring him up. I was just gonna say that I've ran into bad voice acting in my time. That's all I was about to say.
In anime, though. In
anime, yeah.
Name one.
Well, I thought Naruto at times had bad voice acting.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
The thing is, see, he watches the Japanese versions.
Oh, so you talking about dub?
All of it, yeah. I watched Overlord in English.
Oh, yeah.
So
I can't rate voice acting in, yeah.
I watched Era Ferretta in English. I think I watched Shield Hero in English. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I've run into bad voice acting. When I watch Japanese... and when I watch it in Japanese with the Japanese voices,
it's perfect.
I can't say that it's bad because I don't speak Japanese.
It's perfect.
So I don't know their pitches, their tones on how they speak.
The more you watch,
I can't judge it.
Listen, the more you watch sub anime, you'll realize that the way they talk is almost like what the other anime you just watched the other day. They sound the same, but they're not talking in the same thing. It's hard to explain, but just tell me. I've never ran across a bad
The thing is, to tell you the truth, a lot of times I prefer the Japanese voice acting to the English voice acting. But if you watch the channel updates, you realize that right now it's harder for me to watch a lot of these shows with the Japanese voice acting because I have to then read all the subtitles. Right now, it's easier for me to listen or to watch the English dubbed versions because if I need to turn away, I don't have to pause the show and then come back to it. I can still hear what's going on, especially if it's in a slower, like they're just talking some stuff or, having a conversation. I don't have to sit there and look at them talking to each other. I can deal with the baby or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
So it's easier for me to watch the dubbed versions over the subbed versions. So for me, voice acting for this show, I'd give it about I don't want to go so low as 7, so I'll say an 8. Because for the most part, it was pretty good. Even for English voice acting, his command, sometimes he would say things that made me want to stand at attention, like, oh shit. Like, okay, boss. And then the way they separated his Ain's character when he's in character, how everyone else hears him and then how he hears himself is crazy because he has his commanding voice when everyone else hears him. When he's talking to himself, he sounds like a freaking 20-year-old regular human person. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I'll give it an 8. I thought it was pretty good. What else? Story-wise, for the first 2 seasons, it's a slow burn with some badass scenes thrown in. And what I mean by that is the plot doesn't really push forward a lot within the first 2 seasons because it's more of them just trying to figure out what the lay of the land is. So even with that, I'd give it a 9 because it was interesting. It was interesting finding out about the different kingdoms and this kingdom's at war with this kingdom, and then it gets expanded on even more in season 3. But yeah, I'd give it a 9 because the badass scenes were let me put it like this: its highs are really high, and its lows aren't very low. Like, it's, it was never really a time where I was like, this is really boring. I never felt like that. So I'd have to give it about a 9 for the plot so far.
I would also say the same thing because this is the first isekai anime I ever watched, and this is what got me into these types of anime. That's why we reviewed slime, reincarnation of the slime, shield hero, all that other stuff. This is the first anime that I got into when that's isekai. It's not the first anime I've watched. This is the first isekai anime. And, it's really good, bro. I watched it 5 times. I need season 4 now.
So, yeah. Honestly, to tell you the truth, if I wasn't so busy and had so much on my plate to try to get through, I'd watch it again easily, hands down. There's very few anime that I've watched multiple times. Avatar is one of them. I can watch that again now.
Avatar's not an anime, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, maybe it might have been. Shit, I watched Avatar.
And Naruto's another one, and Dragon Ball Z only because I watched the abridged versions over and over again. So, yeah, this is one of them that I could really watch for a second, third, fourth time. Actually, it's really that interesting. And I'm pretty sure there's stuff that I missed because, like I said, there'd be times when I'm watching the show and my attention is diverted over to something else, and then I got to come back to it. So, yeah, I'd give it a 9. But I know he's the director, but I'm taking over right now. We're gonna wrap this up because we're already over an hour. I was really hoping to keep this under an hour this time, but I might end up splitting them up into different episodes, and that way we can push us a little further. Or split it up into different videos. I don't know why I said episodes, but if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you like us and you want to see more of Ray's handsome face for the ladies out there, subscribe.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. All right, guys. I'll catch you
like, subscribe
later,
button. Thanks for watching. Deuces, we out.
Oh, Is this still recording?
Yep.
Cut that. Cut that. You gotta press cut. Yeah, you gotta cut that where it brings. I brought this in there too.
Oh, shut up. Paused it. That's why.